Good morning. This is Anne from La Belladonna Vintage Creations. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to show you some things that I have been working on. It's just going to be a very short video, unlike most of them that I do because it takes me a little longer. But I wanted to just show you some of the stuff that I was working on. I have wanted to make some of these samples, these fabric and lace and applique samples. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, and the inspiration has been from Old Decina Crafts, or Old Decina Scrap, I think it is, from Anne. And I had purchased this from her Etsy store, her digitals, and I've been hoarding them for quite a long time. And I thought I wanted to do it. And I didn't want to go back and look at what she was doing because I wanted to just get it out of my own brain. And this has been such a long time ago. But I did want to show you my different approach to it. I loved the idea of the numbers under there. But I also decided that I wanted to turn it down and maybe, cut it down a little bit here and decorate this so that the back, oops, let me move that out of there, that the back could be a little bit of room for a journaling or note-taking on some of these samples. And the back piece, then, if you lifted this up, as I'm going to show you, you'll be able to see all this beautiful stuff. I hated to cover this up, but I did for this. I may do something a little different later, but this I thought is so pretty to start with. So I wanted to show you what I did. Now, I live in an area where I'm able to get a lot of products, a lot of Indian fabrics. There's a large Indian population here in this area in St. Charles. And when I go to the Goodwill, I'm able to find some stunning outfits. And if they are the colors that I would use, I purchase them, and it's always a very good price. And then I come back and I take them apart. So what I did with this is it was a sleeve, a cuff, actually, and I cut part of it, and it's they're the pearls, and they could be undone. They've got the little loops there that are holding them together. And then I took some of Esme at Crafty Me Shop, some of the lace trims that I had gotten from her to put on there. This was from that Indian outfit. It's so stunning. The gold and the peach, I just love it. This was a piece probably from, could be a tablecloth or runner or something like that. This again was from that outfit that I had gotten, the Indian one, and so was this. So it kind of all matches beautifully. This, on the other hand, I think was from a wedding gown, because I do that. I buy wedding gowns, take them apart, and use all the beautiful lace and trims and appliques from them also. And then when you turn it over or lift it all up, then you can see the original as Anne had, as I had printed up from Anne's digital. And I like the idea that there was an area there that you could at least see the numbers. I liked that. And I love the idea of it hanging out a little bit to the side. So this was my version of one. Let me show you another. This again is using that same applique from that dress, that Indian sari, I believe it is called. A little bit of different textures. I wanted, this was from, I think it might have been some applique that I had. A lot of stuff was from my stash too, I have to say. This gorgeous, is very beautiful. If you could see it, it's gold. There's sequins on it. It is so stunning. Again, the same thing. This is probably, as I said, either a tablecloth or a runner. And this is a little bit of a clear fabric, a see-through fabric that I loved, that I could put in there because I just needed some different texture. And this is a piece of that a sari silk that was on that outfit. And again, too, you could see that down here, I did have the numbers showing, and this was her digital. But up here, I decided to just use just a little medallion picture type of a thing on there. And again, in the back, you could use that. Now, what happened was when I was doing this, when I decided to do this, and I pulled these out, some of them are very thin. And what I did was I backed them with some coffee dyed paper. And I was a little disappointed in the way that they are really puckering. So I'm thinking I've got to work on better. And I think I may use some glue stick instead of the wet glue. I am going to try that next, but I wanted to show you that. Now, here's one I liked also. It says sample on here. I used a little, I think I got this from Temu. These are some fabrics that I have in my stash. This one has a little bit of a print on it. This is a ribbon I had gotten. It might have been from Esme, because I got a lot of ribbons from her. This is that really pretty little rosebuds on this fabric, very see-through. This was also Esme's applique, as this is also from Esme. This was a big thick ribbon that I had gotten from her. This was some of my stash. I loved it. I thought, in fact, I got it at an estate sale. I loved the fact that it had these pretty roses in there, so it kind of all lends itself to a rose look. The same thing with this lightweight one, as you know, I repeated it a couple times, as I did with Esme's ribbon. And this is just something I had gotten. I had it in my stash. I have to cut that off. I had it in my stash. It is just eyelet, I'm guessing. You know, it seems like eyelet. And then again on the bottom, you could see the numbers. And I love that idea. I really did. Put a little bit of, you know, little bit of glitz there. I want to cut that piece off because that's gonna make me crazy. There, okay. So I thought I would just do it that way. And lost my scissors. This is a small one, and she had a lot of different sizes in that, and I took the ones that I really thought I could utilize the most. This was from Esme. This I got at Hobby Lobby, ribbon there. A lot of Esme's stuff in here. This is from my stash here. So as you see, I do buy a lot of trims, laces, appliques, a lot of them from Esme. I do have a large amount of stash from bridal gowns and fabric that I have accumulated. But I loved this so much. It was such a beautiful color and a beautiful fabric. So, and I stuck out this piece of lace, and I believe this may have been a doily, or it could have been a runner, because those are really pretty when I get them at the estate sales. So again, too, same way in the back, I spread it out a little bit farther, and I know that these can be paper clipped, or use a ball pin and kind of attach them inside somewhere in your journal. I think they would be stunning. And this is another one, and it kind of just went full glitz with this medallion dangled applique from Esme. I just loved it. I thought it was so pretty. I had to use it. It was one of those days when I needed all the glitz I can get, and I bet I glued it right on here. So bear with me as I get through this. So here's from the top here, some ribbon, or some, actually, yeah, it is some trim. A little bit more of that real pretty trim that I had gotten from her. I've been using it through this whole set. This is another piece of her applique. I wanted something see-through, nice and see-through, and it's got kind of a little bit of a pinkish color to it. Again, with that other fabric that I had used. And this fabric, I love it. I just love it. And I thought I would just add a little bit of this beautiful satin ribbon. It just brought out those leaves so nicely. And I just love this. I put a simple number on the top of it. Again, if you look under there, you're going to see the numbers. So kind of like that a lot. So just wanted to show you that these are what I've been doing this week. I was down here and just really thought this would be a whole lot of fun to do. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will like it. Come back and see me. What I plan to do today is a couple more of these short ones, because I wanted to show you some of the things that I've been working on. So come back again. These will be posted very soon on YouTube. So come back and see me. Have a wonderful day. We're having a little bit of a heat wave out here in Illinois. And I'm kind of enjoying being downstairs in my work studio. It's nice and cool down here. So take care of yourself. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself especially. So thank you very much.